having the pure omniscience, I would say. So these were the things I started to observe as I was going through in my journey. And the best part was when I started to see her deep divine empathy. And that empathy is so powerful that she would take pain of others onto her. And she's not doing it because of some technique, by doing some kind of mantra, tantra, or magic. It was just that you're there in her presence, and then she would take upon everything. Because what is happening, again, it goes back to this essence of our ancient wisdom of oneness, where she becomes one with the other, one with everything around. And when we say one, you need to be able to transcend beyond the body, beyond the mind. And only when you are living in that subtlest of the subtle vibrational level, beyond these senses, beyond this mind, and always in that state of samadhi. And when I say samadhi, a lot of people have a misconception thinking that you go and sit in meditation and you experience some state of euphoria and that is samadhi. And unfortunately, I think it's a misconception. Samadhi is samamaina buddhi, sama buddhi, right? That buddhi which is always in that state of samatvam. And what is that state of samatvam? Samatvam is a state where you are seeing the unifying force of all. See, Suman and Nitin or somebody else are just a manifestations of that oneness, of that one common element called Brahman, or that pure consciousness. And we are all like that water bubbles that are coming out of that ocean of that pure consciousness. But unfortunately, what we do is we get stuck at that bubble level or that wave level. And our focus is on that. But ancient sages like Sunita are not looking at the body. When I am in front of her, she's not looking at the physical structure called Suman or the mental thoughts and emotions that Suman is going through. She's directly connecting to that underlying consciousness, and through that she knows what is going on inside and helping us understand. And now the moment you connect to that subtle vibration, all around that is being transferred to her. All around that is being absorbed through her. So she goes through the suffering and pain that we go through, which again I have read through a lot of these ancient sages who were able to do that because they have become one with others. And I think even the meditation, when I call the meditation experience, today of course we call it mindfulness and a lot of other jargon that come out, which is just a small speck or the tip of the iceberg that we are talking about. Mindfulness is just a tip of the iceberg. But the true meditation, again, in the great Aparokshanubhuti, Adi Shankara talks about this and say Brahmaiva Smiti Sadvritya Niralambatya Sthiti, means Dhyana Shabdena Vikyata Paramananda Dhayini. The true meditation is to be independent of everything. You are not even dependent on technique. Your life has become meditation. And there is only one underlying experience, that I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. It is so easy to chant that, but to be able to become that
is a very different thing.
Right? So these are some of the things that I have been able to see in the last 16 years of my journey and discipleship under rare ancient sage. And what I've also seen is, it is unlike many masters and teachers who teach a technique and say, okay, here is your mantra, go do it. Here is a technique, follow it. Mine and every other who have continued with her is a very ancient form of Guru Shishya relationship. There is no teaching specifically and say, okay, this class I'm going to teach you this class I'm going to teach you this. It is very dynamic. It is very natural and organic. I go into a session with her every week, and then something comes out of that. She knows what I'm coming with. She knows where to clean. That cleaning is where she is very powerful. And I think unless that cleaning happens, that subtle cleaning of vices that we carry in form of all these kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsaryas, unless we clean that. And that is what is happening in Sukshma, where she's taking upon all our impurities, all our vasanas, purvajanma vasanas, all our karmas that we have gone through, and then revealing that experience to us. Revealing that experience. After every session, you're going through that same experience. I think in Aparokshanubhuti, again, Adi Shankara says, having the darshana, muhur means again and again you're revisiting that experience so that that becomes permanent. Initially, yes, I would have that experience, I would be in that, but again get sometimes distracted with the world outside. But constantly going back, which again ancient wisdom says, Brahmavid Brahma eva bhavati. You constantly are in that state of that vibration, in that Brahman experience, and then eventually you become Brahman. This is how ancient sages have trained their Sishyas, continuously keeping them in that state of Brahman and then making them an embodiment of Brahman. So this is, I can go on and on entire life to talk about a guru, a sage who I am being blessed with. Again, the beauty I think here is I was not in like search, like, oh, I need a guru, I need a teacher or a master. I feel I'm